Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I know you've missed me. I've been away for a while. I didn't intend to leave you guys hanging that way, but it's just that I've been sick, but thank God I'm getting better now, so we are back. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. So what we basically do on here is I come on here, analyze the market, not what we do, but then I just have this series that I started, and this is going to be the episode 4, where I basically come on here, analyze the charts, give my opinion on what I think the market is going to do, and we can both take the trade, or you might not take the trade. Just look out for what I say and let's see how it plays out. And just a side note, this is the 4th episode. Like I said earlier, the first 3 episodes were all a banger. All the trade calls was spot on. If you don't believe me, the videos are there. And for the OG subscribers, people that are already used to this channel, you know how we do it. So without wasting much time, I'm gonna hop onto my screen now and let's tear down something. So okay, although for the fact that, so let me pull up CFX. So CFX, I'm going to have a problem actually synchronizing this, but it's all good. All right, let's go. So let me first say this. Although the fact that I didn't make video did not mean I did not trade. I'm sorry guys, but I took a trade last month. 2 trades actually. This one and the one I'm going to be sharing immediately after this one. So these are the 2 trades I took last month. So I'm going to give you my bias on why I took this trade and how the trade is going. Already you can see my take profits and my entry, all those stuff, but let me just quickly break this down. We are on a weekly time frame. You can tell, you don't need a magician to tell you this. This is a clean double top. So the only reasonable reversal for this CFX is at 10 cents. So currently we are at what? We are dancing around 18 cents, and then my overall target is 10 cents. Now I'm going to tell you something a little bit interesting. So let me go to my daily time frame first. All right, so you guys might have to pardon me, the network is a bit horrible, but I think it's getting better now. All right, let's go. So let me just explain this thing. So this trade, I saw this break of this trend line. This is a major trend line coming from God knows where. I don't even want to go all the way back. My network is actually very bad, so I don't want to waste too much time waiting for that to load up. But this trend line is from a weekly time frame. Now I saw it got broken here. I was like, okay, fine. Probably this market is looking like it wants to start coming down. Now what did he do? He pulled back into this blue bar is a major zone. He broke this blue bar, ran back into it. I'm like, okay, fine. So this is break, retest, and then let's start going down. So he broke it, and then I saw it do all of this, but at the time I was busy with AR. So if you've watched any of my previous video, you know most of those trade calls from those previous video was on AR, and it was all spot on. So I was more involved with AR. I don't know, I don't just like spreading everywhere. I like to focus more on one thing at a time. It's not like I completely ignore others, but it's just that once I'm focused on one thing, it's always very hard for me to look at other one and give it an opinion, like really give it time to think about it. So this one did this, push into here. I could have entered around here, but I didn't. So what happened next? It came all the way down here, pulled back into this place. I was like, okay, yeah. So this is when I was now starting to get more interested in it. So, and then he did this, pulled all the way down here. So this is lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Okay, so if you want to continue this momentum, if you need it, I'm assuming people. Okay, so I'm going to do this. This is just by the side. I just got some kind of comment from people around me that watch those videos, and they're like, what about people that are just starting? People don't even know the basics of trading or whatever. So if you're kind of like in that shoe, if you're like in that brackets, just let me know in the comment section below, like the basics, like how to just take trades, how to like the basic stuff of trading, how to set your stop loss on Binance, because I personally use Binance and Bybit, but I majorly use Binance. So if you just have anything that if you feel like you're in that bracket too, just let me know in the comment section and I'll work on that. So with that out of the way, so this is supposed to be downtrend. So this is lower low, lower high, lower low. So lower high is supposed to be about the same height as this, but then it ran onto this place. I was like, okay, yeah. And then it started pushing back down. Okay, I like that. But then what did I do? I pulled this counter trend line on the 4-hour time frame. I don't want this thing to lag. Should I take the risk? Because it might take a while to load. I don't know if I should just leave it on this daily time frame or go on the 4 hours to break it down more. So let's just give it a shot. Okay, good. It did load. All right, it's not as bad as I thought. So this was what I saw. So this, and then I pulled this counter trend line. When it bounced off of this, I pulled this counter trend line, and then it broke it around here. This is where I entered. I came into this trade around here, and then it started doing all of this. I was like, did I enter too early? I should have entered around this major distance. So I was like, okay, fine. Then it pushed all the way back into this place. And this is so I have this friends of mine that like sometimes I give trade calls to. So this was where I gave them the trade call. Immediately came back into this place. This was where I gave them the trade call. Exactly this point here. I gave out the trade call, and all of them are currently enjoying the profits of the trade. So what happened? Yeah, there's one interesting scenario that played out after I gave this trade call, because there was one of my friends that was more of a forex trader. So he told me that there was a news event coming up. I don't know, they call it CIP or CP. I don't know what it is, but I think it's CPI, yeah. And then FOMC, yeah, I know, but I'm not really interested, so I might just mistake the name. So he said the FOMC saw whatever was coming out on that day, that if the FOMC is bullish, something's going to be bearish. Like, I know it's reverse. That's the point. If it's bullish, the market will be bearish. If it's bearish, the market will be bullish and all of that. So he told me that I think it was around the year. Is it on the 11th? I don't know, somewhere around here. But because I knew that was the cause of this kind of like bullish momentum to the upside while we're in a downtrend. So when he told me this, I was like, not really my concern. I don't trade fundamental. I trade technicals. So he told me, I was like, okay, fine, no problem. So what happened was the news came out and the market was supposed to be bullish. And the market was bullish, to be sincere. Bitcoin rallied so high because Bitcoin is okay, let me make a full screen. So Bitcoin is supposed to be the daddy of all this coins. So if Bitcoin is going up, they have to follow. So this news came out and then it did all the spike to the upside. And it came to me, I was like, did you see what I told you? I told you this thing is going to do this thing. I said, okay, fine. I'm a swing trader. I'm not really worried about all this minor 15-minute candle movements. I'm interested in the 4-hour and daily time frame. So all this 4 hours does not really concern me. And then on the same day, I think two major news came out on that same day. The one that came out earlier was supposed to be bullish. The second one that came out later was bearish. So after they all felt the market was going up, and then some of them were closing out, they said they would just take whatever they have. Boom, the market, another news came out and then it was bearish. And this was overboard, like all of the tokens. So I was just there. Like, I didn't really care. This is one of the I'm not preaching for you to become a swing trader. I'm just saying this is one of the things that come with swing trading, the peace of mind that you don't get triggered by all of those small subtle things. You feel me? So yeah. Just so my audio is recording. Okay. So that is that on that. So for not just so that you people like watching me now, so if there's some kind of opportunity for you guys to up on this one, and I think if there's anything for you guys that if you're not yet on this, I'm going to use this. So this point here, if you're interested in getting in, let me pull this. Yeah, let me just leave this here. So this pull above here and close above here, and then say some bullish momentum, I'm probably going to exit the trade. Not exit, move my stop loss to break even and stuff like that. So, but if it doesn't, and then it breaks this new bar that I just pulled now, close above it, I'll close below it. Don't come in if you're not in already, because this blue bar is going to be a major deciding factor. I would advise, if you're not yet in, just wait for this blue bar to get close, taken out. Once it get taken out, and then it becomes a new resistance, we can start talking about more entry opportunities. But for now, there's nothing really to enter. Don't feel bad. There's more trades to come. Okay, so let me go into my second trade before I start giving you the new trades that you guys you will definitely profit from. No promises. This is just my opinion. Okay. Alrighty, let's see the next one that we are up to. Okay, the next coin that I entered that I'm currently on, and I already taken out about 50% of my position on, is this one, AAVE. Like, looking at this, I feel like you should know what I did and what my reason for entry was. I'm gonna zoom out. Let me go on my weekly time frame so you'll see this from a bigger, like from a swinger perspective. Swing traders are supposed to be called swingers, aren't we? Yeah. So this is okay. Yeah, I like this. When I analyze this, I think I did this one of my older episodes. I'm not sure. You can confirm. But then I wrote this possible head and shoulder formation. That was what I wrote. This was when this coin was already around here. And then I did this Fibonacci move. This thing pulled perfectly into the 0.618 percentage. It was everything was just aligning perfectly. So this is the weekly time frame. I came in around here. Let me go. This weekly time frame is, yeah, that's all you just need to see. The head and shoulder chart pattern formation. So what did I see? After seeing that, I saw my Fibonacci. It was all aligning properly. So what else do I need? I just need just one more confidence to just get into the trade, and then I pull this trend line and wait for it to get broken. So once the trend line got taken out, I didn't, to be sincere, let's like sincerely speaking here, I didn't wait for this trend line to get broken before I went in, because everything was already telling me go in, because this is a shooting star, a red shooting star on a weekly time frame, on a daily time frame. And at this kind of situation that it showed, that it presented itself, I was already in. So I never really needed this, so I can actually delete this. But just so, I just pulled it for more confidence. But the fact is, I never really needed that counter trend line because of this shooting star and the other thing I saw. So that happened, and then we have all this move to the downside. Now, someone would ask me, why did you take out Genesis? Why did you take out some of your position? This looks very sweet. You are going to get here eventually. Yeah, we are. But one thing about trading is, don't get greedy, man. Don't get greedy. You can't really tell. Like I said before, you can't really tell. So I have this. Nothing is stopping this market from pulling from here, going all the way, maybe not up to my entry, but then playing around somewhere like this. I'm a swing trader, but then it gets difficult sometimes being in a position and watching it fluctuate so long. Because here's the thing, I entered this trade about a month ago. Like, I've been on this for over a month. I don't know if you could tell. This is for male type. Like, I've been on this trade for over a month, and I'm getting better at holding trade for this long. But I'm trying to imagine someone that's just new into the game, and then you're seeing people flip accounts in seconds, and you see someone advising you to hold one trade for a month. You realize that it's not really what you really want. You feel me? So sometimes you just have to like lock in some profit at some point, and then I have this what was this candlestick pattern called? I think this is called Morning Star or something like that. But then this three candle setup that I saw here was looking more like a bullish, but I didn't really care. But the fact was, this black bar, this is the main reason why I had to close it, like start taking out some this thing. So after, look at this black bar is no joke, man. It's no joke. It's there for real. So after seeing this black bar, and this is the neckline, so there was a lot of confidence. Actually, I like the fact that everything is coming to me at the same time. This is the neckline of the head and shoulder. And you know something about head and shoulder chart pattern formation. If you want to trade on head and shoulder, one of the things you have to look out for before you enter a head and shoulder chart pattern is, once the neckline is broken, you can hop in. But this has not yet broken the neckline. But because of what I told you earlier, I saw the break of the trend line, the shooting star, the higher time frame, everything. That was why I entered. But if I was to enter this on a normal conservative way, I'm supposed to wait for this black bar to be broken, because sometimes head and shoulder might not even play out completely. It might just come up the way down here and then start shooting up and doing all sort of thing. But so I felt in my reverse, but then I still feel like this is going to come here. Like, I'm like 70% sure we are going to come to 55, maybe not 55, but at least 58, just to be on the safe side. At least 58, you feel me? So at least 58. So I feel it's going to come here. I'm very definite it's going to come here. But it has to break this black bar first. It might just pull up back, and I'm not sure. I can only do my prediction. This is me being completely honest with you guys. So I have this. I've locked this one in. Okay, I'm gonna give you my stop losses. So if I get stopped out, you guys will probably know even before I do, because most time I'm not very active on the chart like that. So my stop loss is at $95, like exactly 90. I just put it at a round figure, so it should be somewhere around here, 95. Yeah, that is where my stop loss is. So if you okay, I use this as a guide. Yeah, something like this. So this is 96. I think I used the top of this week about 95. I just use a round figure. That's just the point. So you might actually know when I get stopped out, because as much as I want to leave this, because I don't want to get too greedy. So that is what I stand on. This is going to, if it gets to 95, I'm going to get stopped out for profit for the remaining half of my position, but I took out half already, so you guys don't have nothing to worry about. So that's the recap of the current trades I'm on. I'm going to be putting screenshot of those trades so you guys can see that it's not just talking, there's real evidence to it. Now let me get to why you guys would want to be here. We want to talk about the future. As much as I want to tell you about how the past has been going so well, let's talk about the future. And I'm going to be starting with the big boy, the biggest boy in town, BTC. Now, like I've always said, this controls the entire market, and my network is acting up again. Oh no, why is this happening to me? Let me go on the weekly time frame so it's going to make more sense. So all right, let me make this look proper. So yeah, we all know about all of this move, all this rally onto, let me delete this trend line. So we all know about this move to the upside. What did you see here? Can you tell me? Like, I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to tell me what you see. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you say double top, you're on point. This is a double top, although this is in a yellow zone. Let me delete this one too. This is currently in a yellow zone. I don't know why I'm moving. Actually, I think I want to delete it now. That's been there for so long. This is a double top on a weekly time frame. This is deadly for BTC. Hopefully this doesn't play out, because if it does, the only thing that will hold Bitcoin from falling all the way to, let me say, 41k, or maybe let's say 40. Say, why is this network this bad? Should I switch to another network? Let me just skip. Hopefully it doesn't do that again. All right, so the only thing holding Bitcoin from falling all the way to like 50k, is it 50, 46k, is if it continues stalling, just dancing, and maybe get to a point where this trend line can help his life. But if there's some aggressive move, there's nothing stopping this bad boy from coming all the way to 46k, which will be deadly, like for real, which is going to be deadly. But for now, it's looking very bearish, right? But all the same, we are not just going to base our judgments off of just that one thing. Okay, so let's go on the daily time frame and show you what's actually going on. Alright, so we have this. If I pull this trend line, no, it's not going to work. So this is where my thought process is pertaining to Bitcoin. Where's my trend line? Alright, so this is it. Already we saw, what do we see in the weekly time frame? A double top. This was the double top, and then now we come on the daily time frame. We are not even seeing a smaller double top in a double top. So it's not looking good for Bitcoin. Let's just put it out. I already said it before. I'm saying it again. Now I pulled this trend line, supporting it to the upside, and then the trend line is broken. Voila, another confluence that this bad boy is going down. So just keep on noting all the same. This is two confluence that is going down. In case your mentor, your signal group or whatever is telling you to keep buying, Baba, just cool down first. Let's look at this the proper way. You feel me? So I'm gonna go on the 4 hours now. So the weekly is telling me about going down. Now let's go on the 4 hours, because this is where I like to execute my trade. As much as I'm a swing trader, I'm not going to execute on the daily. That will take forever. My stop loss is going to be massively huge, which I don't think I can stomach. So now on the 4 hour, I'll probably want to execute my trade. I'm gonna execute my trade. So I'm gonna pull a counter trend line. Yeah. So that is what I'm going to be waiting on. Now, this is the deciding factor for me if I decide to jump in or ignore it. Now, let me put this one out there first. Most of the time, when I analyze Bitcoin, I don't do it to trade Bitcoin. I mostly do it to trade orders, because Bitcoin is big. It doesn't move like that. Like, unless you are leveraging too hard. And if you can tell from the previous screenshot that I shared, you can tell that I don't leverage that much because of the fact that I swing. If I was to be a day trader or a scalper, I might be using more, like 50, 100x. But the fact that I swing, sorry, if I was to be a day trader or scalper, yeah, I will use more leverage. But the fact that I swing, I get to reduce my leverage to a maximum of 510. And 10 has to be some very, very sure, like I have like 4 or 5 confluence before I can use 10. But on a good day, with 3 confluence, most time 2 is not really good enough, but with 3 confluence, I use like 5. Okay, so for Bitcoin, I might be taking the trade, but before I do that, I would have to wait for it to pull into this trend line one more time. And if it pulls into this trend line, I'm going to go down with it. And I'm going to be going aggressive, because I did that one. once in one trade. Actually, before I get into that, this one story I would like to share with you guys. I'm going to come back to this real quick, but let me share one story with you guys. So I think it's in my episode 2 or episode 3. I'm not sure. You can just confirm this for me. Where I analyzed Solana, that Solana was going to dump. Okay, so I analyzed that. I said this thing was going down. In that video, I told you guys I have my limit entry set already, where I'm going to enter, but I didn't tell you where it was. So I'm going to be telling you where it was briefly, because I'm going to go to Solana. It's going to be the last coin we are going to be analyzing for this video. I told a friend of mine, like, bro, because this guy is heavy on Solana, like all of his assets, everything he has in the crypto portfolio, everything is in Solana. So I told him, senior man, the thing is, I don't think, because it's the fact that he's actually very good, he's good with trading. So I just told him from my own point, but it's more of a day trader, should I call him that? Yeah, it's more of a day trader. So I told him, bro, I'm looking at this from a bigger perspective, yeah. So that is not looking good in a bigger time frame. Like, bro, you might want to start, splitting your this thing in other this thing. It was like, no, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know this. I'm like, just if you could take my advice, like try to do this. And it's like, okay, I'm like, sure, let's look at it. Now, this is the thing, yeah. He's bullish and bearish. So me trying to advise him was trying to like flex on him. That's what I think. But the fact that he felt like maybe okay, so it was more of a challenge. Let's see who is right at the end of the day. I was like 80% sure this was going to dump. Like, that was how sure I was. But then I feel bad because he has so much attached to it. I mean, I'm just swinging it for just. So I'm like, but then the fact is, at the end of the day, Solana is currently dumping. I mean, I made that call around 170. It's currently around 140. So that's about $130 drop. And it's not looking good. But then don't let me spoil that. We're going to get into that. So that's that. Let me just get back to BTC. So for now, like I said, I'm not going to be taking any trade on this until it pulls into this trend line and then start going back down before I'm interested. I feel like once it pulls into this trend line, I might be able to connect another trend line from here. So it's going to be third touch break of the trend line I'm going to connect newly, and that will be my entry for Bitcoin. Let's go into Ethereum before I go into Solana, because that's what everybody's waiting for. Like, I'm actually very I'm happy for that one. Okay, not happy that my guy is losing money. Actually, that's something else. But then the fact that I get to show him, not show him, prove him wrong. I'm prove myself right, because if that had gone against me, judging from the fact that I said I was 80% sure this was going to go down, I mean, I would have looked like I don't know what I was saying, to be sincere. So I'm happy I could not look the way I thought I was, but at the same time, the side effect is the fact that he's losing money. So it's still what it is. But life goes on. That's the game. Okay. So for ETH, same with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is looking bearish. Brother man is looking bearish. This is the same thing. Did you see it? If you have done it, zoom out and look at it very well. This is looking exactly like Bitcoin. This is a double top. See it? Bah, bah. It's nothing too technical about it. It's a double top formation coming up. It's not a complete. It could just rally and move up, very possibly, which is something Bitcoin is not looking like. Like, to be sincere, Bitcoin is not looking like it's ready to go up. Yes, let me see one more time. It's not really looking actually it might be, but then I've actually even what I'm looking at on Bitcoin for now. So if any of that doesn't play out, well, that's that. So let's go into Ethereum. ETH. So the weekly is looking the same way. Double top formation currently going on. On the daily, what is daily telling me? So daily is also looking the same way, but then I had to pull this. I don't think this was pulled from here. This is, yeah, I pulled this on the 4 hour time frame. Let me go on my 4 hours. Oh yeah. I think I did this on here. I was briefly going through these things before, so actually I at least make something worthwhile for you guys for this video, something to look out for. So so that this video will not be a complete waste of time, not just me just talking to you, but then giving you something you could possibly trade. See, I'm looking out for you guys. That's the joy of it. You feel me? All right. So for ETH, my confidence is not as much. I just have like 3. So what I'm waiting for currently is for it to pull into this black bar. This black bar will not be enough for me, to be sincere, because this is at a major zone. So that black bar would not be enough for me. But the fact that if Bitcoin should do what I think it would do, this would be more confidence that this is going to come down. So that's my take on ETH. Like, if Bitcoin should do what I think it's planning on doing, this is going to start coming down. Let me see, because I'm going to, like, sometimes there's situations where Ethereum actually start the move and Bitcoin play catch up, but we cannot dispute the fact that Bitcoin is the king of the crypto markets. All right, so yeah, I just need to put that there, because that seems to be an interesting point to look out for. For ETH, I'm still on where I stand. If Bitcoin do what I want it to do, ETH will follow suit, and this is what I think is going to do. And if he does that, okay, yeah, it will have something to look out for. There's this counter trend line or this trend line, because technically ETH is still in an option, so this trend line might be its savior, just like the case of Bitcoin. That trend line might be the only thing that will stop it from going out. This would still apply with ETH. So that's the stand on those two. So let's go into the big boy, Solar. It's at the bottom of my chart. I just intentionally kept it there. All right, so the one we have all been waiting for. I'm going to start on the weekly time frame. The one we've all been waiting for. The bad boy, Solana. I feel like I spent most of the time in the episode that I analyzed this. I spent the most time on it because I was seeing this, and the fact that Solana was a big boy, and every crypto enthusiast, professional, whatever you call yourself, were bullish on Solana. I wasn't, because I'm a technical trader. I don't know what you want to compare technical trading with. I just trade what the market is showing me. I trade what the chart's telling me. I'm not saying I'm a guru, but most time I'm actually very good. Would that make me a guru? But then that's that. Why is my network doing this? So you guys know what I saw. You can check the old videos. I'm not going to be going through that one because this video seems already too long. But then let's go on the weekly time frame, on the daily time frame, because I want to show you something. And this is me being completely sincere with you guys. I can't remember exactly when I made that episode that I talked about it, but the fact was, I set my entry to this point. My entry was at $170 on the dot. But the point is, I entered exactly at 170, but this spike took me out. Why? Because I was so aggressive on my leverage. I used 100x leverage. I was that aggressive because I was very sure. There's something about trading. When the majority are going one way, that's when you have to go the other way. It doesn't always help, but when it does, it pays off massively. That's one trick in this game. When everybody is doing the same thing, if you go against them and it plays in your favor, you are going to earn massively. So that was one of the reasons why I went 100x leverage on this bad boy. And then I got stopped out before I started moving. If I'd not been stopped out, let me see how many percent I would have been. How many percent was this drop? Can you imagine? This would have been, okay, so my profit would probably be, I won't have taken profit yet, but let's say that would be 17x, 17% profit. So 17 times 100, that would be what? So I would have times 17 my accounts with just this one trade, because that's how sure I was it was going to go down. But for now, so that's all in the past. What's the future saying for Solana? My overall bias is still bearish. That's the thing. I'm still very bearish on it. What do I think? Would I be entering? Not really. I would not be entering because of the fact that I don't like it when I get stopped out by a trade. Like, it pisses me off. Not like my technical kind of trade, because if I've taken the trade in actually I take normal trade, I'll probably be in profit with all of this move. Maximum I'll use like 10x leverage and I'll probably be in profit. But I'm not in profit because I got greedy. Yeah, it happens to the best of us, but it's still a control grade, so that's good. Okay, I thought that was what I thought it was. So this is what we have. If you are looking at entering this, I don't know, there's nothing really very interesting. Like, there are better trades to take. Yeah, so there's Bitcoin, there's ETH, there's AAV and CFX that I mentioned above. So I'm not really concerned about this, but I think it is still bearish. But then I need more, more thing to just prove it to me that it's ready. But for now, it's going to come into this blue bar, maybe bounce around, maybe break it. Not really concerned, sincerely. But I'm not really going to be trading this. I'm not going to spend too much time analyzing it. One of the reasons is because the fact that I'm currently looking at this and thinking of my guy's account, like, because everything about this is red. Like, I feel he might watch this and feel like, You get me? So I don't want to spend too much time on this. So that is that. So thank you guys for watching. That's it for this video. Remember to subscribe, like, share, comment, share with that your friend that is also new into the trading game, and about the fact that if I should make videos on how to actually do the basic things of trading, like setting your stop loss, entering a trade, like all those basic things. If there's a chance you're just like a completely novice, you're just new into the game and you want me to, show you how those ones are done, please put it in the comment section below. I'm here for you guys. Thank you for watching, and Genesis is out.